Hey everyone, welcome back to Learn with Maktoum. In the last video of computer concepts, we have completed the input devices. In this video, we will continue with output devices. Okay, hope you're excited. With that excitement, let's right jump into it. What are output devices? So we have already seen what are output devices. Yes. So output devices are the devices which are used to display the output. Yes. Say for example, you have typed something. Yes. So what will happen? The computer will process it, and after processing, what it will do? It is going to display the output. Where it is going to display the output? On the computer screen. Yes, so here the computer screen is a output device. Okay, the same way, if you say you have a file and you want to take a hard copy of that file, means you want to take an output of that document, how you will do it? Using a printer. Yes, so printer here, it is going to give you the output on the paper. Yes, so printer is also an output device. Yes, same here. One more example. If you say you want to play music, okay. So what you will do? You will go to music player and you will click on a song. So what will happen? That song you are going to able to hear using what? Using the speakers. Yes. So speakers are also output devices. Clear with that? So these are some of the examples of output devices. Clear with that? Okay, moving on. Output is nothing but the processed data or results. As I said, whenever you're giving the data, that will be processed first. So that processed data will be shown. Okay, the user may wish to display or print the processed data after the processing. The results may be in the form of text, graphics, sound, or images. Computer hardware which converts information into human readable form are output devices. It can be text, graphics, audio, and video. Monitors, speakers, printers, and plotters are some of the output devices. Okay. So firstly, we'll discuss about monitors. Okay. A monitor is the most commonly used output device. It is also called as computer screen. It is a visual display unit of a computer system. Whatever you type through an input device, you can see it on the monitor. Yes or no? Monitors display both alphanumeric and video data. Monitors display information in different colors. So based on the display colors, we can categorize monitors into three types. We are going to see which are those. Before that, you can say this is a computer screen. That is nothing but monitor. Okay. So the three categories in which first one is monochrome computer. Mono refers to single. So chrome means color. A monochrome monitor, mono means single and chrome means color, displays only one color against a contrasting background. This color can be white, green or amber. These monitors are suitable only for text displays. The second one is grayscale monitor. A grayscale monitor is also a type of monochrome monitor, but the displays data in varying shades of the gray color against a white or off white background screen. These are used in designing handheld PCs. So I'm going to show you how they look like. And the third one is a color monitor, which we are using currently. The color monitor is used to display text, graphics, and pictures in various colors. You can set both foreground and background based on the requirements. The color monitors are capable of displaying. You can see first one, this is a monochrome computer. Secondly, this is the grayscale monitor. Then the color monitor. Okay. And there are different types of monitors based on the display technology used in them, like CRT monitors, flat panel or LCD monitors, paper white display monitor, electroluminescent display ELD monitors, plasma panel display. So those are some of the monitors we have. Okay, moving on to the second output device, that is printer. Okay, so printer is an electromechanical device which receives the signals from the computer and acts accordingly. A printer is a peripheral machine. Peripheral refers to uh, the devices which are attached to the computer from outside. Those are called as what? Peripheral devices. That may be a printer, that may be a scanner. Okay. Here, a printer is a peripheral machine which makes a persistent representation of graphics or text, usually on a paper. Yes or no? On a paper, you're going to print the output. The speed of a printer is measured in terms of, so this is a very important question, maybe in some competitive exams, in general computer exams, they may ask you. The speed of the computer is measured in terms of CPS. CPS stands for characters per second, or LPM, lines per minute, or PPM, that is pages per minute. Okay, clear with that? Remember this. Okay. Classification of printers is based on the way the characters are printed. There are two basic types of printers. One is a serial printer and parallel printer. Okay, let us see one by one. Firstly, the serial printer. Here what happens, each character is a group of 8 bits, 8 bits. So remember this. Say here you have typed ABC. Okay, here this each character A, B, and C are of 8 bits. So 8 bits, 8 bits, and 8 bits. Okay. What happens here in serial printer? Each bit is transmitted from the computer, and the same is received. So there will be a printer. Okay. So this is a printer. So among these 8 bits, okay, 8 bits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bits. So each time one bit is transmitted and the same bit is received by the printer. This is what? A single communication. There will be a single communication wire between the computer and the printer. So each time one bit is transmitted. Okay, clear with that? That is how the serial printer works. Bit by bit transmission of characters. Okay. So serial impact, among serial only, we have further serial impact, serial non-impact. So serial impact examples are dot matrix printer and daisy wheel printer. You can search this printer in the Google to get the images. Okay. Then serial non-impact examples are thermal printer and electro-resistive printer. Okay, moving on to the parallel printer now. What happens in parallel printer? A parallel printer has a group of 8 wires to have an interface with the computer. Each wire carries 1 bit. So what happens here in parallel is, so in serial you saw there will be only one way of communication. There is a one communication wire. But in case of parallel printer, there are 8 communication wires. Okay, like this, 8 communication wires will be there. 3, 3, 6, 7, 8. So what happens whenever you try to print a character, each character is of how many bits? 8 bits. So all the 8 bits will be transmitted to each wire. Yes. So at a time, all the 8 bits will be transmitted to each wire. Okay. Clear with that? So this is how the parallel printer works. Here also we have parallel impact and parallel non-impact. Parallel impact examples are chain printer, drum printer, and line printer. Parallel non-impact we have laser printer and inkjet printer. So here I'm again and saying impact and non-impact. So let us see what are impact and non-impact printers. So in impact printers, what happens? There will be a direct contact between the ink ribbon and paper in the impact printers. Okay, these impact printers are a bit noisy but popular one. Clear with that? Then non-impact printers, they don't use a direct contact. Okay, they use a laser or xerographic or electrostatic or chemical or inkjet technology. They use any one technology. Okay, so if it is using laser means it's a laser jet printer. If it is using inkjet means it's a inkjet printer. Okay, so these printers are less noisy. Understood? So in the impact printers, there will be direct contact between the paper and the ink ribbon. In non-impact, they use some technologies like inkjet or laser. Okay, hope you understood. Okay, now moving on to the last output device, that is plotters. So what happens? These plotters are used for plotting graphs and charts and other designs on the paper. There are two types of plotters. One is a flatbed plotter and one more is drum plotter. So let us see the flatbed plotter and drum plotter. You can see the diagram. The first one is a flatbed plotter and this is the drum plotter. So what happens here? In the flatbed plotter, the paper on which graphs you have to be plotted are fixed on a flat rectangular surface. So you can see this is the flat. You can see this is a flat rectangular surface. On this the paper will be there. On this the paper will be there. The paper does not move, but the pen holding mechanism move across the paper and plots the corresponding graphical information. So what happens? This paper will not be moving. There will be something called as pen holding mechanism. That pen will be moving across the page. Okay. What happens in drum plotter? The paper on which graphs have to be plotted is placed over the drum. So here you can see this is the drum. You can see. So this is the paper. Here the drum will rotate. The drum will rotate back and forth, and pen holder which moves only the horizontal direction writes on the paper. Understood? So this is about the plotter we have. Okay. So that's completes about the output devices. You have to remember the monitors, printers and plotters. These are the three mainly used one. You can also go through speakers. Okay. So that's all for output devices. In the next video, we will try to see how the data will be processed and how the data is represented in the computers. And after that, we can see memory devices. Then we will directly start with our C programming in Linux. Using Linux, we are going to learn C programming. Okay. Hope you're excited now. Okay, then see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye. Thank you for watching.